about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
Hello.
What's... Oh, hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Go ahead. Go on.
Oh, okay. Welcome everyone to the Broken Keyboards podcast. This is one of the hosts, Eric, with Marubi on the other end. Say hi.
Hello, I'm Marubi.
And our final host is Broseph. And
Today I am David Gustav. And if you look up David Gustav, I'll have you know, you can find my Cinegrams, my Telegrams, pretty much anything, Allgram. The reason why is I pretty much deliver, and I can pretty much deliver anything. And within my job, they call me the transporter because I'm just as good as Jason Statham.
Wait, are we role-playing
And I'll
today?
deliver messages like no other.
Are we role-playing?
I didn't know we had a guest
Nope.
today. Marubi, how'd he get in here?
I don't know, David. How did you get in here?
I delivered myself in here.
Oh, he does deliver anything. He said so himself.
Okay.
I mean, if he delivered himself, if he can deliver anything, he can deliver himself in here, I guess.
Let me deliver Broseph back in here. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you could deliver the transition.
Well, feel free to stop by again anytime, David.
Yes. All right, I'm back.
Broseph, where you been?
Who's that guy?
David.
You know,
He just-
the transporter?
Yeah, he just delivered you.
He didn't deliver me.
But he just,
What?
he said he...
He just said he did.
Y'all weird.
Marubi, I don't know what the hell's happening.
don't know if this is the roleplay episode or not.
I don't know. I also forgot to start the timer.
Oh!
I'm sure. Okay, I'm sure.
140, 144, 144.
Okay. Bros, if you can curse, probably. It's okay.
No, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm watching the timer too.
That's assuming we didn't cut anything out.
Nope.
Oh, you.
Okay.
So, if our viewers didn't know, today is my episode, and today's topic... Oh, thank you. Today's topic is going to be on passions and dreams. That's where the audience is like, ooh.
Pretty excited.
Are we like talking about like dreams that we had like when we sleep?
You can.
Oh!
If you want to take it that way, you can. But
Nah,
most of my...
No, let's do that at the end. That sounds fun.
Okay, because I will tell you right now, the dreams that I have when I sleep are almost always like an action adventure, and I just had one this morning that I could talk about it in a game that I've been playing, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah, since it's a dream episode, it's only up to Eric because he's the host. If he'd like to elaborate, we could talk about the dreams also.
Hell yeah. But
Because I listened to Rez again.
oh, that's the like not
The artist,
demonic.
that's not real demonic. It's just a horror-based type of EDM artist. Yeah, the one I showed.
Horror
I showed Eric.
EDM?
Not
It's
really
wild.
horror. It's just I'll show it to you after this recording.
I hate horror. What? No, I can't.
No,
No.
It's not like horror based. No, it's like the rhythm feels like it's like a horror type esque.
Imagine
okay.
when a trip goes bad,
A tr-
and you're just like, bro, what are these visuals, man? Like
It's just like
skulls and hellfire.
It's just like a I remember my friend was talking about this like when he was tripping and then he watched SpongeBob and it was basically a horror movie. that type of like trip. But I'll elaborate because it would be nice. I guess it happened recently, so it's like I still remember vividly compared to my other like better dreams. Anyway.
So, I guess I could start with the introduction why I want to talk about passions and dreams and kind of like start the direction where I want to take this. So, last week, earlier this week, we hired a termite company to come and treat our house, right? My house back home with my parents. And one of the guys there, how do I describe it?
Watches our podcast.
I could send this to him. It's like, hey, I forgot to mention, I also do a podcast with a couple buddies. If you wanted to give it a listen, I'm sharing our story on the most recent episode. Watch out for that in about a month or so. But the premise was that he was a person I could talk to about like life philosophies and kind of how we viewed the world. Like for example, one of the things he had mentioned was that like it was kind of this idea of reincarnation, where like you're gonna keep going through these lives with not necessarily like your physical body right now, but it'll be like your energy and the lessons you learn, and you're gonna keep going through each life until you like finally learn everything you need to. Then it'll be like your last run, and then you'll ascend to whatever nirvana, heaven,
Oh, the egg.
Valhalla. The
If you-
what?
The egg. It's like a. You don't know that?
No, I don't.
It's a.
Please enlighten us, Marubi.
There's a story out there that like we are all the same person, and what happens is you live the life of each person that has ever lived on this planet, right? And the
Yeah.
only way for you to ascend to become godly is to live each and every life and learn every single thing. And by the
Yeah.
time you live every single life that there has ever been, then you can ascend and become a grown adult because you're basically a god.
But why is it an egg?
That's all I was confused about.
Because it's like the story's called The Egg. It's by like I forget, I don't know how the channel's pronounced, but it's called like a Kuzergast or something.
Oh, Kirk's side.
Yeah. Like that
Yeah.
guy. It's
Yes.
he has a video called The Egg, and it's called The Egg because you are like a child god, right? And this universe was created for you and only for you to live the lives of each and every single person in order to obtain every single piece of knowledge to become a god. Or like ascend, this plane of existence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, and I've watched most of their videos. Like, we can link them in the description. But Kyrgyzstan, if you want to learn about the mysteries of the universe or are curious about literally any topic, they are well put together. Much better than another channel I follow, which is called the Infographics channel. They're like okay.
Oh, I
but
love that channel.
the quality difference and the research.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be real, the Infographics channel feels a lot more clickbaity. And then Kyrgyzstan, yeah.
I still I'm still my go-to.
They're still good. They're still good.
I love the infographics so much. I just like because their topics are just random. Like they don't like you can't find a pattern. That's why I like their channel. Like I learn about anything, whether it be like from I know for one of like from like serial killers to what's it called just mundane tasks. And then I showed you the what's it called Eric, I showed you the prison workout from them.
Oh,
deck of
that was
cards.
one of their videos?
Yeah, that was one of their videos.
Oh.
So there's like it's like they have the more like just the listen to anything we put up basic type of channel,
Right.
and so they give a lot of some tips and stuff like that, which is why I like watching them.
So, on the premise of bringing it back to this idea of the egg, as Marubi put it,
Mhm.
what this guy also talked about was kind of like he's in this life to help others. Like, no matter what he's doing, either as part of this termite company or like whatever company he wants to start, because that is like a plan, is that if what you're doing isn't helping another person, then why are you doing it? And that kind of got me thinking, like, what am I doing as, part of this podcast, as a college grad, or as just a human being living in a shared space with other people? How am I furthering my passions and my dreams in such a way that's going to create a better society, right? And I kind of wanted to share that with YouTube because it's like, I'm going to be doing this for as long as, I could foresee. And I kind of want to pick your brains on it and see, like, it's not exactly like the Origins episode we did, but kind of on a grander scale. It leads into this question, this hypothetical, which I'll start off with, was, if you could do anything in the world right now for a living, what would you be doing? And, if either of one of you wants to start, by all means.
Broseph, would you like to start or should I?
You.
Okay. That's easy, dude. I'd be a billionaire. and it's not like, because billionaires have the power in terms of helping people, right? They have the power to fix like a lot of problems. And I think that, I don't know, like, not to like, you know, trash on today's billionaires, but there's definitely a lot they could be doing for the like, you know, the everyone else.
Right.
So it's like being put in a position like that where you're able to like have all this like, because money, right? Money is like the thing that everyone uses. Like it's the thing that we exchange for service, which means that you could probably solve the housing crisis on your own. You could solve a lot of problems on your own. So that's what I would be doing right now, and so I could like you know, help people, and especially my friends, because like, okay, if you're gonna, it's good to help people, right? But I'm gonna spoil my friends, so
We are not. We are not bringing into the.
you didn't have
Go for
to.
Go for it. Go for it.
No. This is actually a inside thing between me and Marubi.
Okay.
We're not discussing it here.
If you don't want to discuss it here, that's fine, dude. But I'm just saying that it's good to spoil your friends.
I hate you.
So, definitely being a billionaire would allow me to straight up, well, I mean, help a lot of problems, like housing, boom, not a problem. Homeless, boom, not a problem. Hunger, boom, not a problem. I mean, if you spend all your money on it, I don't, you know, obviously I'm not a billionaire, I don't have experience with it, but I'm pretty sure that you could put a good amount into helping like a fuck ton of people. A billion, dude, that's a lot. Let's see.
That's more than a million.
Exactly, dude. Like, okay, so I'm gonna pull up my calculator for this one. 1 billion looks like that. So if I subtracted 500 million, yeah, that's half. I don't know why I subtracted. That's like, I shouldn't. math degree, by the way. That's still a lot of money, dude. Like if you put 500 million into just helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be like at least enough to help like, well, the most populated state's California, right? So California, at least California. I think like, obviously I don't have like the experience to see if that's like a realistic number or not to help everyone. And I guess you have to focus on a certain problem, but I believe that we can live in a world where homelessness shouldn't be a problem, especially in a first world country. And wait, this is getting political. Should I get political?
I say go for it, man. If this is the other thing, if I can interject. If you're not willing to die for your beliefs, how strongly do you actually believe in them?
That's true.
And I will say, it's strength in like, I believe in this, but I'm also willing to like, if I learn something that I could like start changing, not because honestly the idea of like diehard fanatics, it's like, what if you're proven wrong? It like shuts you out from understanding any other point of view, right?
That's true. I mean, okay, like I just believe that we should live in a world where we shouldn't have to like suffer like that, especially in like a first world. Man, I made it more awkward.
No, I agree. Like, you would think in a country like the United States, we would be able to take care of, you know, every single, let's say even citizen, because I know that there are people who are like, oh, we need to take care of our own people first. And like, I get that. And that's like kind of a way to prioritize it. Me personally, just to clarify, like all people, whether they're immigrants, citizens, or non, like in between, wherever, they should be able to come to America and not have to worry like, yo, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna get shot? Am I gonna be thrown out of the country? Like, it's USA, man, land of opportunities, or at least they say it should be.
I mean, that's what it's been seen as all the time. And then I guess some people have a problem with, I mean, like, there's a lot of logistics, you know, I'm obviously not familiar with when it comes to that type of stuff. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying that we should at least help people. That's it. Like, just where they're stable. That should be enough, right? Like, that's a good standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that as a billionaire, you could fix a lot, because a lot of the what is it? Elon Musk recently broke the most rich person thing. I don't know how much is he worth right now. Elon Musk net worth. That man is worth $156.9 billion.
Dude.
So
This man has launched space shuttles and made electric vehicles,
yeah, so
among other things.
there's definitely like ways to like I don't know if this is like good or bad, but like tiny houses,
Yeah.
like the shelter's good enough. Stuff like that. I'm obviously like I'm still disclaiming that kind of new to what I'm talking about, but there's stuff that I've seen to where it's like we could definitely solve a housing crisis, because from what I know, there are more houses than homeless. So it's like we have a bunch more empty houses than we have homeless people.
It's funny that you brought that up, because with the material I've read through my education courses, most of those properties, if I remember, are like in places where like the people who already live there they don't want homeless people to be living in those units, or they're like, we'd rather them be empty than be filled with vagrants, or some mentality like that. And that's where it goes from just a pure numbers standpoint to like, yes, we have homes, and yes, we have homeless, to like all the people around in those districts, and then their beliefs about like the homeless crisis, whether it's a thing or not, and then how we should approach it or shouldn't. And that's a whole political debate that is not the topic for this episode, but maybe a later one.
There's something else. Oh, I'm going off topic. That's my bad.
No, it's all good. Being a billionaire.
Being a billionaire. Yep, that's it. I honestly, my main goal is to just spoil my friends. That's about it. Bro's about to know.
I don't like where this is going.
Bro's about to know. That's all you need to know.
You saw the
Billionaire.
news. Yeah, you saw the news though, right?
The news?
Yeah. Did you see what's popping off all on Twitter and stuff like that?
No.
Stimulus.
Oh.
It got
I heard
approved.
about it.
Is this something we can talk about on the podcast? Because I'm ignorant of this. What's happening?
I've looked recently, and my mom pointed out the news earlier today. It was what's it called? It got approved.
The
The stimulus?
Yep.
Hey.
25-hour voting period. Decision voting period. 25 hours straight, with the votes being 50 to 49.
50 to 49.
Jeez, on party lines too.
Yeah.
God dang.
But yeah. So. Yeah, just want to point that out.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I don't
news,
like. That's why I was
think.
like, I was hoping you didn't look at them. I was like, it needs to be pointed out because like everyone needs to hear it. But I really wish you didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Oh,
No,
wait, right.
There's yeah. We had this conversation at like 2 a.m.
Just to know that. Wait, hold on. Eric, on your birthday,
Mhm. What about it?
expect something.
Okay. I mean, I don't expect much, because like, I'm gonna be real. The best present I could ever get is company with my friends.
Oh, that's not how it works with Marubi.
Oh no.
That's not how. No, that's how it works, but that's not enough.
But
for
it's
Marubi.
not
There you go.
enough.
Oh no.
You get a bonus.
Oh no. Is it a new microphone? I'd appreciate a new
Well,
microphone.
maybe. I guess I know what to get now.
No. It's all good. Mainly because my partner and I kind of share the microphone I'm using right now, because they don't have like a nice quality one, and their webcam's kind of buggy.
Mm-hmm.
So I steal it for the podcast and I give it back, even though it's mine. But anyway, Broseph, we haven't talked about your passion. What do you want to do?
Passion or
in life?
dreams? What specifically are you asking?
Specifically passion. So the question being, if you could do anything in the world right now for a living, what would you do?
So under the idea of dreams, because like in most cases, like you always chase your dreams and dreams become reality, but there's always that chance that it's just a dream. You know what I mean? Like being realistic.
Yeah.
Like for a dream, I'll honestly the same thing as Marubi. I'll be real with you. all the money in the world at least, just so I can help others. That's like the dream aspect, but for like, if it's more like something I would want, or what's it called? Something I would change, I would like, instead of pursuing what I'm doing right now in college, I would be doing something else. Like more, honestly, I would honestly be like full-time, like one of my dreams would be a full-time content creator, just so I can bring smiles and happiness to others. Like legit full-time.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I would say that too. Wait, hold on.
Nah. Sit down.
I thought it
It's
was
my
about
turn.
helping people. Okay.
Sit down. It's my turn to speak. But that would be like a dream that I could possibly achieve one day. But like that is one of the, have you like Dr. Lupo, for instance? Have you seen what's it called? There was a, I don't know when was the stream, just like he just wants to always bring smiles, and then like he legit did a whole charity thing just for St. Jude's. He raised, I think, he raised $1 million for St. Jude's, then he got added onto that from Twitch, I believe. I don't know all the news and articles about it, but like Twitch basically gave him another $1 million per se, to the point where he donated $2 million to St. Jude's.
Huge.
Like, and he's always as memey, like how straightforward he can be. But then like honestly, that's just one of his sides. That's his after hours. But like when it's just like his real hours, like he's one of the more genuine streamers out there that wants to help everyone in any way they could. I remember because like a lot of viewers would do stuff for attention. Like when they donate, they would send messages just to get their attention, right? Like, all right, okay, another fair warning. Basically the same idea as the last time, where it's just like, okay, same as last episode, where it's just like a very heavy warning. Here's our disclaimer, like the any topics of like self-harm or anything like that, that's gonna be portrayed right now. You've been warned. There was a donation, $10 donation, and the viewer said, this is gonna be my last donation towards my favorite streamer, because I think it's time to end it all.
Oh.
And then Dr. Lupo straight up said, like, you are not doing that. You will, right now, you will call for help. You will, and he legit started listing all the numbers off of memory. He said, like, you would call one of these numbers. I want you to get help, get the professional help that you need, because I'm not a certified therapist or like that can actually per se help them. I'm here to just like, he's basically there to like bring smiles, but at the same time, like he wanted this viewer specifically to get professional help. And he legit said, mods, I want you to make a promise to this viewer, like you will come when I stream 8 a.m. tomorrow. I want you to be in the stream 8 a.m. I want to see you talking in chat. And he said, mods, make sure he's in chat tomorrow. I want to see him happy, and I want to see him smile. I want to see this specific. He pointed out the name too. Like, I want to see you in chat. Like, I don't know if you're memeing or not, just to get my attention. I don't care. I only want to know that everyone is safe and everyone is happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I want you in this chat tomorrow. I want to see you here, bright early in the morning. Set your alarm up. I want to see you up here. I want to see you enjoying and vibing out with the rest of chat. You are welcome. We are always family. Stuff like just along the lines of that idea. Like, that would be a long-term dream that I would like to pursue if it was like, if I had more time, basically. Something along the lines of like Dr. Lupo.
He's so cool.
I'll send you the clips later, Eric, because I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Just make a note. Dr. Lupo.
He
Really?
has notes.
He is one of my favorite. Honestly, like, I don't watch him a lot. I keep him in the background most of the time, but like, this is idea for streaming. Like, he has his family that he takes care of, but then like when he's streaming, he has his streaming family too. Like, basically like his viewers and stuff like that. He wants to make sure everyone's taken care of, and make sure like everyone's just having a good time.
Which is really important for creators. So you're listening right now.
Like, as much as I meme and insult or like call out, I don't know. I don't really do that, but just like in the future, it's like there's a thing. I like to do a thing called tough love. That's my way of. I mean, these guys know.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a lot of threats, but the thing is, you threaten my family or my brothers, basically, brothers, sisters, anything like that. It's just like legit tough love. I present to them, and if you try to join me and provide tough love to them too, and you don't even know them, dude, that's not how it works. You're getting the hell out.
And to everyone listening right now, please, if you or someone that you know is going through some stuff right now, make sure they get help. Make sure you get help.
And at the same time, just check on them. Just a simple message of just like, oh, how are you doing today? Just check up on anyone. It doesn't matter. Even if it's out of the blue, just check on someone. That means a lot to you, because like that small checkup could change the whole world for them.
Yeah, it's nice hearing from people.
That's why whenever I do, like, I always try my best. Like every 2 or 3 weeks, I do a mass checkup on everyone. That's what I love to do.
I've tried doing that. I've tried doing that consistently, but mine is like every month.
Yeah, mine is 2 to 3 weeks. I would try my best to check up on certain individuals that I know that are having a hard time, and then like every month or every 2 months, I would do a mass checkup on everyone. Like the 2 to 3 or more on like the ones that I've been paying attention, like listening to carefully without them knowing. Like not like a stalker type of way, but like you can see like how they post or their messages that they send. You can notice how close you know the person. You can see their patterns change.
I mean, it gets really easy when they're sending like you know something's wrong when you're getting those Snapchats with just like a black screen and like some like depressing text on it.
Yeah, like there's some for those. I'm just like they're like I would reach out slightly like whenever I can, like because the thing is like when I give those like when I want to reach out, it's also time out of myself. Like I'll give as much time as I can because I still need like the thing is you also need time for yourself, for breaks and all that. So whenever I have the time, I would do it. Like to the best of my ability, like making sure you just. Oh yeah, sorry for the tangent for passion, but this is honestly, I would say that is my passion. Okay, a little that aside away.
We're very passionate about these subjects.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's like I want to make sure you're doing all right. Whoever's listening, you know who you are, and the people who don't get those checkups from me, maybe I'll expect one in the future if you know me personally, expect one coming really soon. Because I'm looking out for you, even if I put this on Twitter. Hold on, let me pull it up. It was this quote. It was dedicated to some certain individual, but like honestly, it's towards anyone. Let me pull it up. Give me a second.
Ooh, you subtweet?
The subtweet was from 2018.
Oh, okay.
It was a long time ago, so it was just like the tweet was I finally took the leap and learned to let go. If you ever see this, thank you for everything and good luck to you. I'll be rooting for you until the very end, even if I won't ever see you again. Peace sign with 100% sign. 100%. Like, it's just like, I will always root for you from behind. Like, we don't really need to see it, but like, honestly, like what I mentioned a long time ago, there is someone, like, I said this on Eric's last episode, like, someone is rooting for you, even though you don't think they are. And that's me towards everyone else, even if, acquaintances, to people like I've lost connections with. Like, well, I have an extent. I don't root for assholes or, in my opinion, or pieces of shit. I don't root for you. Like, you do you. I'm not gonna support. You just do what you want. I don't care. But for like my friends, acquaintances, like the ones I know that I'm always rooting for you, even though I don't say it. Just understand that there's always that one person in the big ass crowd or the big ass stadium that fills thousands upon thousands of people. If you're ever, like my analogy is like if you're ever in that stadium where there's like a bunch of like the Olympics, for instance, like you imagine you're a competitor and everyone does it. Everyone wants their specific person to win, and you don't think, and since you're brand new and they don't probably know what you're known for doing, they're not going to cheer for you. Like realistically speaking, like they're going to root for who they want. Just imagine that I'm that one person that's rooting for you. Even though it's only one person, there's still someone rooting for you.
That's true. Make it 2.
Yeah, we're sitting right. We're all sitting right beside each other.
Got the sign that says your name on it.
Yep. It may be small because it's probably getting blocked by other signs, but it's still there. Understand that we're still there.
This goes out to you. This episode dedicated to that person who needs to hear it, that they've got someone in their corner.
We know you've got dreams. We know you got passion.
Chase your dreams and follow your passions. Chase your dreams. If your dreams don't seem like you can reach them, it doesn't hurt to try. Realistically, it doesn't hurt to try.
And that's the biggest thing, right? Like, I'm a big fan of watching all these motivational things on YouTube, but the recurring theme is that, you know, a majority of people have these dreams, these aspirations, whatever they want to do, but only the select people who, quote, succeed or make it are the ones who tried and failed and kept trying. That the saying goes, you know, fail 7 times, get up 8 times. And that's kind of to add one more thing to this idea of, like, you know, we're in that corner for you. You have to take the initiative on your end as well, right? We'll support you whatever you're doing, but it always comes back to that individual to make that choice, to make that call, to do whatever they need to do to get closer to those dreams. Y'all feel me?
Mm-hmm. Like what I mentioned on Eric's host episode. Like, let's pull it back again one more time.
Yeah.
Run it back. We're editors. We're just reading over. We're not gonna write your story for you. You're your own author. Write a story that you like, and we'll read along with you. We'll be your editors. We'll be your viewers. We're reading your story. We're not gonna write it for you. You're as many times I can repeat it. You're your own author, and you write your story. We're just gonna be on the sidelines supporting. We'll support some decisions you make. Maybe not the ideal ones, but like what Eric said. You just need to keep, like, the mistakes and failures always lead to success in the end. You just gotta keep trying. How much willpower are you willing to give out to see at least a dream or passion come true?
Sick. Okay, so bringing it back from that kind of realm, I asked y'all what you wanted, if you could do anything in the world right now for a living, and both of y'all essentially responded with having the money, billionaire, and then, like, as a career or something that you're doing, full-time content creators. So if that was your ultimate dream,
Wait.
that was okay. Go ahead.
You.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
We are not doing this again.
Sorry
we are not
if
doing
viewers
this again.
and you two didn't realize, I'm in the business of getting other people to talk and speak about the things that they care about or that I want to hear about, and then, you know, getting them to talk more, and then I'll just won't. Okay. If I could do anything in the world right now for a living, money is great, but the mentality I've got to it is this way I've described business, that, or like I've heard it described, is that the analogy is that you don't buy a car to buy gas. You buy a car to get someplace, and gas helps you get there. My mentality for, like, a business or a company or anything is, you don't build a business to make money. You build a business to further a cause, for some purpose or belief. Money helps you run the business. So money is fine and all, but if a career, like something I want to do for a living, in short, I've told I think 1 or 2 people, I've said politics. And I don't know if that comes as a shock to either of you.
A little bit.
No, nah.
Why is it shocking, Ruby?
I just thought you wanted to help people, cause I don't know, like, politics. Honestly, I just thought maybe. I just wasn't expecting it. I was expecting some more of, like, a therapist type of route, I guess.
Yeah. No, and that's like, with if you were to piece together all the things that I say and what I do, a therapist or like some type of social work makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. Like, that's probably one of the things I'll be doing as, you know, a stepping stone or as part of building a skills and repertoire for this higher level, because the way that I've kind of seen the world is, if you want to make lasting change, or at least meaningful change on a grand scale, it needs to go higher up in like the chain of command. Because I used to tell people, you know, I want to be a teacher or I want to be a counselor, which is, you know, admirable. I still respect those. Those people change lives every day, you know? But I don't want to stop there, right? So going from that teacher position to, I don't know, supervisor to principal to superintendent, and then moving on from there to like district representative, or all the way up to biggest dream is like, I don't know, Department of Education lead or some position in there where, you know, I'll be interacting with all these different facets of the stuff that I've worked with already and enacting change or influencing others to enact that change to better the lives of everyone else in those positions.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
The other aspect of that is like, why upper management? Why not in the trenches? I've had people talk to me about it. Is in a business, once you're the CEO or like your upper management, your primary objective isn't the customer anymore. That's like one of the biggest misconceptions. Because at upper management level, you're not going to be interacting with customers. You're not going to be on the customer service line answering these things unless, like, you know, everyone's booked and you have to pick up the slack, right? Mm-hmm. What you're in the business, or what your priority is, are your employees who are in charge of like your middle management, who are in charge of like the lower levels, who are then in charge of the customers. Because I'm a proponent of this, the idea that if you care for those people like directly under you, then those people should care for the people under them, so forth and so forth, and it comes all the way back to the customer, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why politics. That's why in policy creation or debate and stuff, because one, I think it's a good use of my skill, and two, it's like taking that mission of, I think I've mentioned it before, of getting other people to be the best version of themselves. It's that, but exemplified thousands and thousands fold over. So now that that's out of the way, are you too satisfied with my answer?
Very. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The follow-up to the what would you be doing is, what are you doing right now to get there?
This.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Damn.
All right, next question.
Do you want to go first on this one, Broseph? This and what? And what? Hello?
You thinking real hard there, Broseph?
No, I already said. I said you, fool.
Oh, me? Wait, what do you mean?
Because me and Marubi technically have the same.
Oh, this content creation.
I
Right.
I have other stuff on top of it. Like, if you want to go into more detail on it, Broseph, we can take like 5 minutes on this, because this isn't like too long.
All right, bet. Ready? You go first.
And go. Okay, so what I would do, what I've been doing is definitely this, the whole VTuber thing. Because honestly, when it comes to passion, because billionaires like who is this really far out there. So definitely content creator is like, you know, more feasible. I have been in the works of this whole VTuber project thing and there's honestly a lot of things that have to go on in the back before you can bring it forward, right? I actually have an ultimatum with your roommate where when it comes to singing or vocal training, that if he gives it a shot, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I've already been practicing because I'm expecting that ultimatum to be reached. Because I have a lot of ultimatums everywhere, right? I have ultimatums in like, oh, I'm gonna be diamond in league. If my other friend's gonna reach diamond, but that ultimatum hasn't been met. So I haven't been like really working towards like I have stuff like that all over the place where it's like these like kind of empty promises, but if they do come true, then hell yeah, I'm gonna work on it, right?
Hell yeah.
So in the background, what have I been doing recently? Vocal training. Definitely something for the channel that like to make covers or something. Also some editing, and then I'm gonna try to work my way to like gameplay videos, which we might have soon, by the way, for those of you listening. A podcast gaming episode. So yeah, that and
Let's be real. It's just gonna be me cursing up a storm.
and
Like
yep,
you get to see how we all play games. Marubi and Eric and Broseph.
get to see the play styles going on, different POVs, hopefully.
Bro, I'm
Yes.
gonna be trolling so hard.
And I only used up 2 minutes for that. All right, Broseph, go.
Son of a bitch. I was writing my own notes. So run the question by me one more time.
What are you doing right now to fulfill that like passion of full-time content creation?
First, it's before that, like the words I provide. You know how like it's all these different like quotes that either or quotes are like words of inspiration, just to like get people knowing that like there's some room for you. Like I'm for me as of right now, I've been using just looking up a bunch of like different like content creators and stuff that give like this type of advice, so I can take note and then try to forge it into a way that will be feasible for everyone to take in. You know what I mean? Like just taking a lot of like besides just working on myself just so I can be, so I can like, how should I say, try to like working on myself so I can at least know that I'm ready to help provide my piece and words for the people, for what I would know. Besides like for Marubi's like vocal training for his what's it called, for his VTubing career and path. For me, it's what's it called, I've been just taking a bunch of notes from quotes and experiences that people have been through or have stated, and just like trying to break them down just so I could understand them and then figure out a way to. Of course, I would always give them citations, and I would always cite them, except for the one quote that I gave a while back. The circumstances of one birth. Where Marubi said Will Smith. Come on, if y'all watch the Pokemon movie, it's from Mewtwo. So.
Oh dang!
Are
There's
you
a comment?
Will
There's
Smith
a
plays
comment.
YouTube.
Yeah,
What?
there was a guy named
I'm just
Flyer
kidding.
Yeah, there's a comment on that video. I was gonna bring that up if you didn't, Broseph.
Go ahead.
He commented, and they thought that it was Caustic from Apex because he says shit like that. No, he says that. There's a line, and I know what quote Flyer was talking about was, one's life is not measured by how many deaths or something, but the lives that they affect or something like that.
It's around the same lines, but that is more gruesome than what the
Yeah,
one
I'm
I
gonna look
said.
it up real quick.
But it's like more gruesome. The one with more child, because it's from a children's movie. No, not really children's movie. Like, well, it is. It's Pokemon, but like
It's like
some of the-
P13, isn't it?
yeah, PG-13, because like about like the themes that were happening and what took place during those, like before that quote happened. Yeah, just taking quotes from like different sorts of medias and from content creators or media, and then like working them to the point where I can understand at least, like, and then share the same thoughts, my thoughts on those certain medias and celebrities or whatever, and giving back to the community under my own words, but honestly it's through whoever stated them. Like I'll mention one for sure, but I'm currently writing it right now as we speak.
Mhm.
That's why I got mad that Marubi was like, I was legit writing this out so I could say it.
Well, you said
'Cause,
bet on the speed run though.
Screw you. It didn't occur in my mind. But I'll say it within this episode. Don't worry. You'll be on the lookout for it. But yeah, just like this understanding the experiences of others, because like if I didn't go through it personally, I would like to learn from other people's experiences, so I can at least share it. Because what if they never heard the experience before and they need to hear it from someone who's had that experience? And since I can't provide it because I never had that experience, I want to it's either lead them towards that individual or like paraphrase what they said and then lead them like this is who said it, and like they can offer more if you just listen carefully and stuff like that.
So kind of like a storyteller.
Storyteller that helps, yeah. More storyteller, yeah.
Because the way I was imagining it is like, you know, you're out here collecting these stories, collecting these quotes and experiences, and then you're retelling them in a way that is either more relatable, understandable, or something that like is just easier to get to whoever you're talking to.
Mm-hmm. I always like to apply the knowledge I know of the person that I'm getting it from and the people I'm telling it to.
I like that.
That's what I'm doing right now to at least help improve this. To at least not improve, more of like provide on this podcast, like on these episodes or whatever. I like legit. I would have been just cursing up the storm, saying stupid jokes, but like my usual stuff. But like I mentioned in look at that Eric's episode from back then. You brought out the more therapeutical side and like the more realistic of what Broseph has to say or what he's thinking.
I mean, that's the business I'm in, is getting people to think about these things more deliberately rather than in passing, because it makes a difference, especially to talk about in such like a long form thing like a podcast, to kind of pick apart like what direction am I doing these things, why am I doing the things that I do, and does it like make sense with who I am, my character, my beliefs. Like that's the business I'm in. That's what I like to do. So I'm glad that you two are willing to put up with it as well.
It's not put up. It's supporting.
It's supporting and embracing.
I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, before I move on to the next question, because I know you two are going to get on my ass about it if I don't talk about it.
Now you're getting it.
I guess part of it is getting that teaching position. Like I'd said, I need to work my way to there, and I'm not going to be able to effectively be in a position to influence policy if I first don't understand the communities that I want to work with. Like, I grew up in a neighborhood that used to be gang territory, right?
Mhm.
Broseph kind of knows this.
I live in that area right now.
Right? And I still go back there for my family and stuff. But the idea that the community there was at one point and still kind of is underserved or under-resourced, specifically like young adults and kids, because I know this is a reality for some people out there that it's either the street life or, you know, a job at like 13, 14, 15. And to me, you know, there's making ends meet, and then there's being able to get the resources to go where you want to. Like, I'm a firm believer that, you know, anything is possible as long as you have the opportunity and support and training to get there. And that's what the thing is that a lot of minority communities don't get, is that opportunity. Like, it's not, I don't know if you two are aware of the phrase achievement gap. It's not an achievement gap, it's an opportunity gap, because certain schools have the opportunity to give like extracurricular activities, AP courses, testing support, you know, 6-to-6 care, or something that like provides families in the neighborhood the ability to drop their kids off, because underfunded schools sometimes don't have that opportunity. And there's just a whole plethora of things that, you know, you only get to learn if you've been in those positions, if you grew up in it, or if you're serving in a capacity that, you know, interacts with the people of that community. Which is, bringing it back, working my way towards a teaching credential right now, looking into schools that give master's degree or like getting a master's at schools specifically for education or organizational leadership, because that's like the later on down the line. How do I make effective teams of, say, teachers that will then make meaningful changes with the students? I think, yeah, getting a job obviously is like a big priority right now, just because, you know, I need money to be able to be in those programs, to get the degree, to get these things. But if money was not the priority, which, you know, hard to say in the position I'm in, but that's what I would.
What's our society that we're in right now, where nothing is it's harder to get the actual job because of circumstances.
Yeah.
Like the pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, to all our viewers out there who are like, man, I need a job, I need money. I feel you. I fucking feel you.
Nothing is open, my guys.
Nothing's
and girls.
open. God.
That's why we just gotta keep pushing, honestly. But I digress.
Never give up. That's the thing. I think that's how it goes.
Always look ahead.
Surpass your limits.
Oh, I can't
that
wait.
is-
I'm writing these quotes right now. I can't wait to sound. They log the same thing. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm trying to think. Doesn't All Might say something like that?
I never watched the series. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, neither have I. I have referenced Black Clover a lot because that's the one I'm trying to complete. And there's a captain in there, Captain Yami, who's like tells all of his like trainees is to surpass your limits, and then he like throws him into the fight or something. Yeah. Okay. And I guess last question, because it's like, yeah, last question, and then we can go into that hypothetical dream, like literally dreams and the stuff that we think about when we sleep. But before that, so we talked about content creation, and I talked about, you know, getting teaching career and then moving up into politics. As where you are right now, if you met someone trying to do the things that you're doing right now, what kind of tips would you give to them, or advice, or anything? What would you tell them if they wanted to do what you're doing right now?
I can go first on this one.
Yes, please.
Because it gives me more time to write after. So for my case, would it be the storytelling that I do? Like if someone wanted to try to do the storytelling and process that I do?
Yeah, if they wanted to be in a position like you are, where you want to give this advice and share these tales with other people.
I know for a fact, so I'm going to be blunt. I'm not going to say who it is, but some fucker was trying to do the same thing I was doing before. The thing is, the way he did it just screwed a lot of things over. Because he was going based on what he was thinking most of the time. Like, not really considering the others that were taking part in the situation. So I would like for people like that, I would just be like, really, you need to have the patience. You need to learn how to shut your mouth and just let the other person that you're helping talk. Because you're helping them for a reason, and they need the help. You're not gonna like. You need to listen to everything they need to say because they wanna be heard. Listen to them first. As you're listening, multitask. I know multitasking is not realistic, but like just the idea of like try to, as they're giving the information, what I do is I take notes, and then try to combine the notes with the words you're gonna say as when they finish. Because they just like realistic. They want to hear, or they want to know that someone is listening, and they want you. Please take every precaution. Like know what the circumstances of what you're gonna say. Like understand the consequences of the circumstances when you provide the information towards them, because they're seeking help, they're seeking for information, and you want to provide a story that will put a smile on their face, not more stress. Just basically all you gotta do is just listen. Cover your mouth, open your ears, open your heart, and just listen.
I feel that reminds me of this idea of active listening. I don't know if that's something you've heard of, Broseph.
Oh, I have.
Okay. So, to our listeners out there who don't know what that is, it's this idea that you're not listening to respond, which is what a lot of people will do in conversation. You're listening to understand. And a clear way of showing that you're understanding what they're hearing, like Broseph has said, is kind of, I would say, paraphrasing or making it clear that you heard what they said and you understand the point they're getting across.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you can, if they, and this is important, this is crucial, if they're coming to you to vent, do not add in your own opinion. That's like
that
key.
is key. That is key, because I've seen some. Well, pardon my language, pardon my French, but a bunch of fuckers don't know that.
Whoops.
Not you, asshole. But they're the people that I've seen. Just even if I'm not active, I can hear what they say. I'll be real with you. I eavesdrop here and there, but it's just like I want to know that what they're saying is not gonna legit screw both of them over in the long run. But they I hear people venting, and I'm just like I understand the words that they The thing is also it's important to know. Sorry, I digress real quick. It's important to know what words they use too when they're giving out their information, because you don't know if they want to vent or they're asking for advice. But if you know certain keywords, you can tell by how they're presenting with their vocal patterns and stuff like that. If they want to vent, just listen. They just want that open ear. They want to get that off their chest. Just listen to them. Don't offer anything. Just
offer an open ear.
Open ear. If they ask you, legit, they're asking. If they're asking you, then give the advice that you would by comprehending what they said, combining with your thoughts, and giving just a peace of mind so they have something to think about. Don't, for the love of God, don't just be like, you could have done this, or I could let me handle it, I could do it for not just let them talk. There's a reason why it's called venting and not giving advice.
Mm-hmm. And if you're listening to that and you don't know, if you don't know their signals, find a way to ask pretty clear. It will do you more. It will be more beneficial if you ask, do you want me to just listen and you're venting, or do you want my thoughts? By doing so, you're conveying to whoever is talking to you that you're aware that you're concerned for them. You're showing okay, if they want my advice, then I will give it. If they just want me to listen, I can also do that. But the first thing is to clarify whether they want it or not.
Exactly. Because it doesn't hurt to ask. That's basically that's also the big thing. It just doesn't hurt to ask. Just ask the person you're helping. Would you like an open ear? Because I can give you what I would like to do. Because when I know I have a lot of time, when someone is venting, I was like, I'm here for as long as you need me. And they would always give are you sure? The world, my world is yours today. My ears are open for you. Let me hear everything. I want to understand how you're feeling. And then that's for venting, and then for advice, it's just I would ask would you like for me to offer any advice from the stories and experiences that you're telling me? If they say they just want to vent, then that's when I transition to I'm all ears. You have my undivided attention. I'm here for you as long as you need me.
You hear that? For all you aspiring therapists, storytellers, good friends out there, listen to this advice. Listen to Broseph.
By the way, I'm
And
not
listen
even a
to the
therapist.
He's not certified.
This is coming from an accounting major. That's
In
how
my
you know.
eyes, he's certified.
In my eyes, too. He cares. He cares so much.
Yeah, so under this vulgar exterior, vulgar, violent exterior, there's always a kind heart willing to listen. That's why if you need someone, if I have the time, I will listen. I will read. If you text it to me, I will read it. If whether you want me to give advice or just listen, I'm right here.
Wouldn't we all kill for a friend like Broseph?
I don't have
Don't
to.
actually kill. No, there you go. Marubi, would you like to? Broseph, I don't know if there's more that you want to
Nope, that's it. I want Marubi to talk. I need to keep typing.
Please do.
Okay. Give me the question again.
If someone wanted to do the things that you're doing right now, or what you're aspiring to do, what advice would you give them, or what would you tell them?
Hey, this shit's hard, man. I'm gonna be honest. Straight up, like, content creation, definitely a challenge. But if you're in it for the love and like, cause you like this shit, then definitely go for it. Cause the only reason I fell in love with it, and I always like, I'm gonna give this like every fucking episode. Dude, Sly Fox, C9ers, everyone I named out there, like in the past episodes, I just like am very inspired by what they do, and like, I don't know, it's because it means a lot to me, because especially since they helped me get through some hard times. So being a content creator is something I've always wanted to do. Choosing to be a VTuber, that's different, dude. That was 2020. That was just it kicking in. Cause I guess I've always been kind of concerned about like definitely if I should use a face cam or something. But now I don't have to worry about that because I'm basically using a face cam. It's just, you know, it's not my face, right? But definitely being a content creator, advice that I would give: make sure you like it and make sure you're not in it for the wrong reasons. Wrong reason, by the way, is money. If you're in it just for the money and you're actually just there to you're expected to just stroll on in and start making like thousands to millions, then that's not how it works. Okay, there's a lot of heart that goes into it from what I see with everyone else, because everyone you see that has been successful or been successful has had some type of heart. And if you're old enough for this to remember this, actually, even people like such as Casey Tron have put it, they put in heart, because that was a character. If you watch Casey Tron today, which, you know, I checked up, like I recently found that out, maybe not recent, but like a year ago. That's not, she was playing a character, like just straight up. XQC plays a character. I don't believe anyone. Maybe I can't. I don't believe anyone naturally acts like XQC does, unless that's a. If that's naturally XQC, then he was built for Twitch. Definitely, you should do it because you love what you do and you want to make something that people can like laugh at or enjoy. Just like enjoy in general, you know, because I was about to say, like, some people make creepypasta videos and I don't enjoy that, but it's like it's just for enjoyment, right? So it's like, create something that you can be proud of, and don't be like, I don't know, like, be creative. Definitely something I would give as a tip, because these days, you guys probably already know, clickbait thumbnails, clickbait clickbait titles,
Clickbait thumbnails, clickbait titles.
dog cam, cat cam, bunch
Cat
of
tree.
fucking wires. Like
12 monitors, 6 consoles, 12 computers. Why?
See, that's an XQC reference, and that's because he's creative. That's the reason we know him. Like, honestly, dude, being creative is probably like the best thing out there today, and standing out from everyone else that's you know, don't call your mom at 3 a.m. or something like that. And then it's like a picture of like you with like a surprised face, and then like your mom yelling at you in like the thumbnail. Like, be more creative. There's definitely a meta out there, because a lot of people are following that meta with like surprised face thumbnail plus clickbait title. It gets tiring, you know. You could use a breath of fresh air. That's my advice, you know. Just be yourself. Don't conform to the norm, and have fun with it, and make sure you love doing what you're doing. Because if you're doing it for the money, it becomes just a job. Like, honestly, you could have just, you know, went to the office and coded computer programming or like been like a contractor, something like. Don't go into this business expecting it to be fast either. It definitely takes a lot of time to grow. It definitely takes a lot of your personal growth, which is why I'm vocal training. It's a long process. So the sooner the better, because honestly, I'm starting a little later than I would have thought. Someone who started content creating back in 2013. There's just a lot of stuff I didn't know, and a lot of stuff that I'm just learning. So everything I said, that's what I would have to offer, and that's it. So Eric,
No, hang on. I want to push you on something you'd said.
okay,
Right, about the clickbait stuff. Right. It's inauthentic is the word I would use to describe it. But what about playing to the algorithms and the clicks of all these various websites?
playing
Like
with algorithm.
how do you expect someone doing content creation, right, to not have to conform in some way to the systems in place?
The algorithm is what gets you passive views, I feel like. Okay, here's me talking about something that I barely know, okay?
Okay.
The algorithm is something that is recommended to you, and then the comments become like the algorithm led you here, right? To like, if you're creating authentic, nice videos, right? That will passively get shared by people instead of the algorithm doing the work for you. Sure, like the algorithm, like that does its job, right? But you know what does a better job? Getting people to actually enjoy your product and then having them share it with other people. I think that's more dependable than the algorithm. Because the algorithm, here's what the algorithm is, right? You click this video because the algorithm gave it to you, right? You remember that video, right? But do you remember the channel? Probably not. Most likely not, right?
Yeah, more often than not, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, if you are creating what you want, you cement your channel with the people instead of cementing a video with the algorithm.
That's what I think people need to hear, because they're like, oh, the algorithm's against me, or like, I'm never gonna be able to grow if I don't work to its system. You know?
No, you put heart into it and fuck the algorithm. You do what you need to do in order to achieve something you are happy with. You're not getting fucked by the algorithm. You're just not putting in the work. It's like okay, like that's also fucked up to say. But I'm just saying that you can't just sit there and bitch about the algorithm, right? You have to do something, right? So please do something. You can't just sit there on your ass complaining on Twitter all day about how the algorithm's against you and like, oh, I'm a male VTuber, I don't have a chance. I see a lot of those, and honestly, like we talk about those in like my VTuber communities. It's not about that. It's about creating something people will like, right?
Creating something you like first before the people too.
Yeah, it's if you enjoy it, you're gonna share it, right? Because you're the one who created it. And if other people also enjoy it, they will also share it. You don't get this
podcast.
Yeah, you don't get discouraged just because people that enjoy, like you enjoyed it, but other people that you don't get discouraged by that. Fuck that. You keep going. You keep trying. You keep trying things that are new. And if you like it and it works, then great. If you don't like it and it works, don't stick to it. There's no point in creating something you don't enjoy just to get it out there and just cause for like other people's enjoyment. You're the one creating it, so you should enjoy it, right? So cement yourself with the people, not the algorithm. The channel, not the videos. That's how it's supposed to go. And that's my very stern talk about that one. Woo.
I wouldn't even. Marubi, that's one of the reasons why I like you, and I like you on this podcast.
Thank you.
That's literally one of the lessons that I hear being spread around, is that the word of mouth by people who genuinely care about the stuff that you're putting out will serve you so much more than the luck of the draw and having your video, you know, sponsored on like the front page of a website.
Yeah.
And
That's more of like that's like a bonus basically. Like, got a fun thing, but
Oh,
really it's just I want to make the community that I'm creating happy.
Yeah, you
It's because it's making me happy. I want to make them happy, and if it goes even further than where it needs to be, fuck, that's dope.
yeah.
But realistically, it's just like you just want to make stuff you like to love, or you want to make stuff that you love, and then just share it with the people that what's it called? You want to share it with. They'll either love it or hate it. Either way, you're still what's it called? It's all back to you.
Yeah, it sticks longer. The algorithm will only take you so far. It's about cementing your brand, which is you, into the people so they keep coming back. Because the algorithm will get you like millions on one video. Because if you've ever clicked on the channel that the algorithm has served, you will notice that they have 1 million videos and then like 2 20 viewed videos, right? Success isn't in the algorithm. Success is in yourself.
Dang. Let's get some finger snaps out there. Damn. Truer words have never been spoken by this man. Okay. Do you wanna keep going? I'll let you keep going.
No, that's all I gotta say. That's my tip. You should definitely take your turn, and then we can talk about the dreams.
Do we have time for that?
We
Just checking
almost
in.
do not.
If we don't, it's
Yeah.
fine. We can put it off for like a catch-up episode, which would be nice.
I'd be down for that.
Okay.
Because
Hey.
definitely packaging this episode into like the passions and dreams plus advice episode is, I think, a good idea.
And I finally finished the 2 quotes, so
Oh.
I like to do that too. Also later down the line,
Okay.
At the end of this episode.
it would be nice. That would be my closer, since I'm not gonna say I'm blah blah blah.
Got it. Speaking of quotes, I'm gonna interject right here. I looked it up for the caustic voice line. The voice line goes, "In the end, one's life is measured by those we've changed."
Oh.
Oh, that's
Coming-
it. What happened?
Yeah,
to the
no, that's.
kill-
I was expecting more too.
Oh, like, I thought you mentioned killing. I was like, hold on.
No, because that's his character. But okay, side tangent on Caustic. As malicious as he is, like he's in the games, he kills people canonically. Like he says he spits fire. He says some truths. Like that
He's
voice
realistic.
line.
The thing is, he's realistic. That's why
Exactly.
he's realistic, but it can be kind of harsh. It's harsh realism. That's who he is.
Yeah, like this line. In the end, everything dies.
That is technically true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is true. It really is true.
Oh, okay.
It's
One more.
it's not in like a positive light, but it's true. Like I said, harsh reality, harsh truth.
Just one more line because I think it's really cool. I don't consider death cruel, but life. Because it says, but that's it.
It says cough.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Anyway, my advice for anyone interested in pursuing any form of social work, therapy, politics, really anything where you're working with people. I think actually Broseph covered most of that advice, which is like know the person you're talking to. You're in this business to listen to them and then work with them. You're not in it to impose your opinions and thoughts, especially when it comes to teaching. I've worked with a couple teachers and I've been in the classroom. I haven't recently, but this tenet still applies, is that students aren't. This is an old idea and it's not the case, or shouldn't be at least, that students are a blank slate and teachers are supposed to write and fill them with knowledge. It's more that students have their own set of resources and orientations to the world, and as a teacher, as an educator, as someone working with other people, your goal is to work with them to build something with the foundations they've got. It's not like you're trying to print something on them. That's not what it's about. And that's the advice I give in that regard. More generally, and this comes from, I'm drawing on like personal experiences more than like tried and tested stuff. Well, is that discipline and hard work are your best friend, right? And I know for some people, the idea that discipline is your best friend rather than your worst enemy is a hard pill to swallow. But it follows this idea that, you know, if you're not disciplined enough to set a schedule, if you're not disciplined enough to, you know, put content out every week, every other week, whatever your schedule is, if you're not willing to put in the work, like Marubi said, then you're never gonna get what you want in life. And that's one of the biggest things. Like, if there's two, my advice is just both of yours. I'm gonna be real. is that discipline and hard work, and then listening to the people that you're working with. Because it's true. No matter what you're doing, where you are in life, these tenets will always serve you. And if the sooner you learn that, the better. The other side of that too is you need to be practicing it, because you can sit all day and listen to three guys on a podcast talk about it and then be like, all right, I got it, and then the next day being like, what am I doing? So practicing it and I guess being willing to fail, like that's I spout a lot of these like commonalities and stuff, but it's because they hold truth to them. So I guess the end cap to my piece of advice is that not being afraid to fail. Because as someone who has, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. I have been on academic probation 5 quarters in college. Not in a row, but total. And my degree came recently, and it's like, wow, this is proof that I fucking did it. That like, despite having, what was it, a couple years of just being like, man, I need therapy, fucking life sucks, my heart's broken several times, my roommate knows that, is that unwillingness to give up. That fire to either get that degree, get a job, make content, whatever it is you want to do. Keeping that going, giving yourself the discipline to stay on that path, the war path, as I've been described at. That's what's going to serve you. And then, you know, working from that, and then if it's something to do with other people, listening to them, you know, it's all good. It's what will get you to that dream, that passion in the end.
Yes. You need to fail in order to succeed. That's the only fucking way you're ever gonna do it.
I love the dynamic of this, like knowing how I'm mostly like the one who would violently go out. I like how when it comes to the advice that you need to hear, Eric is the middle ground. I'm more of this like, dude, I got you, don't worry, I'll take care of you. And then Marubi's more of the, you need to listen the fuck up.
Get your shit together.
There is no other way to get better than by sucking.
And this is ironically enough, this dynamic is Eric, I'm not gonna lie, Eric is the same, but me and Marubi legit swaps like ideology, like mindsets. I'll shit you not. Because Marubi's more of the soft spoken, and I'll be real with you. Soft spoken, likes to listen, be helpful, be kind, and I'm more of the more violent one in our group. Like when it comes to this, now we are complete opposite.
Switched it.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah, you're right. This stuff annoys me so fucking much. That's the only reason I'm like passionate about it.
I mean that's legit. Like with the Game Grumps, they did the same thing about the games. Like they say they hate the games, but the thing they said like, dude, why are you arguing? Or like they would ask like, why are you so angry? It's like, dude, because I love the game. It makes like it's tough. It's legit tough love. Like you show what you're passionate. Like you love the thing you're working at, you will criticize it beyond belief because you want to see it prosper.
Exactly. So those of you listening, I hope you heard everything, because you gotta create shitty content first before you get to good, right? Be yourself. Like honestly, stop trying to conform. It's so annoying.
I feel like at this point you're gonna be like, I'm gonna fight every one of you. By the way, Broseph, go. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Meet me in the comment section. There, I'll hash it out with you.
Meet me there. If you're watching live, I'll see you in the chat. So yeah, please.
That's all I've got for this episode, and I think we're pulling up on. I just started my timer halfway through. It's about an hour. I don't know what y'all got. Probably hour and a half.
119.
Hour 19, yeah.
Yeah. So, unless y'all got more to add on,
I got the quotes.
Yeah, the quotes. I was waiting.
yeah, let's cap off with that. All right, bros, hit us.
So on TikTok, I've been addicted to it. Not gonna lie, that shit that gets addicting. It's like that. It feels that Vine mentality all over again. But yeah, there's a content creator that goes by the name of Kane Kerner. That like legit aligns with what we've been saying. So the first one was the first topic would be or a quote directly from his TikTok. Like search up anyone, just search up Kane Kerner on TikTok. You'll like just listening because of his voice is soothing, and then like the advice he gives, it's from his own experiences. That's why. And it's like why I like to get the advice and then just try to make it so it's manageable to the certain people. But like he speaks on the general. His first one is rock bottom. So just like basically, you keep failing and failing. So from word to word, he says. Another thing about like, cause one of the comments was like, what are your thoughts about rock bottom? Basically, he made a whole video about a whole like short TikTok talk about it. And I can add a quote after this because I told this to Marubi before. Just a little, you'll understand what I mean, Marubi. So the quote goes, the thing about rock bottom, bro, is that it's subjective. Quote in quotes, rock bottom is whatever you decide it to be in fact. Personally speaking, I've had many when you're at rock bottom. It's one of the best places to be, And then he says, why? Because there ain't nowhere to go but up. Only from there can you decide to slowly, day by day, piece by piece, put your life back together. That is one. And I told Marubi from one of my middle school homeroom teachers before, the idea of if you feel like you can't get anything done, just remember, get one. For school, I would say just 1 minute at a time, one question at a time, one assignment at a time. When you think you have like a whole big assignment with multiple parts, just build the mindset of just one more question. Just don't ignore all the questions you see right now. Just feel like you have one more question to answer and get it done. You build the mindset like, I can do one more. There's one more question. And so lo and behold, you'll be done in no time and you'll still comprehend everything. Just one at a time. One thing at a time. And then with lines to what Eric and Marubi said, it's about like within the process, like you just need to trust the process that you're taking when you want to achieve these dreams and passions. So this one is he named it as the title of the TikTok would be Fate. So in this he says, in this lifetime, it's highly likely that you're gonna find yourself in a situation you never thought you'd be in. For example, I'm currently in some random hotel room because, to keep it totally transparent with you, I don't have a place to live yet. You see, just because I don't know now, doesn't mean I'm not going to eventually. It could happen a year from now. It could happen tomorrow. All we can do is make sure we keep showing up and trying our best and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves enough so that we can arrive tomorrow. And that's the second quote based on faith.
I agree.
I feel it.
Just one, so when you're at rock bottom, just remember, one more at a time. All that can go from there is up. And whenever you're chasing a dream or passion, if it may seem realistic, at least try to see how real you can make it by trusting the process and just doing it. Life has many doors, you might open a bunch of ones that are just pure darkness, but after all the darknesses, you'll eventually find a door that opens to the light.
Who knows? Maybe that door is this podcast. That's right. I'm talking to you, listener.
You're such a piece of shit.
Hey, no. Sometimes, man, that's where it's at. That's what changes people's lives. Just hearing it one more time, or hearing it from a person of color like me or us, really.
Mhm.
You know, whichever. So, I think with that we can wrap up our podcast this episode.
Thank you for listening.
Yep.
This is Eric signing off with the Broken Keyboards podcast.
Marubi. Yeah.
Well, you expect me to say shit?
Yeah, it's not gonna.
I did my intro, dude. I'm David Gustav.
Wait, I thought you were.
Behold, I am David Gustav.
Oh, damn! Wait.
I gotta go deliver a telegram.
We were
Oh.
talking to David the whole time.
Yeah, did you not see my fake mustache?
No.
Oh, that'd have been so sick if you put it on your logo.
You know how small my goddamn logo is?
Exactly, we wouldn't have noticed.
But we might change that soon.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Imposter has a mustache on the little avatar of me, the little Mimikyu, and in Inosuke's mask. We all have tiny mustaches.
All right, we might change it to a project that might be implemented next. Yeah, next episode.
Next time, yep.
Could be next episode.
Oh yes, be on the lookout.
A lot of changes coming. You'll see the production quality go up.
Yeah, it's honestly gonna go up a lot. I feel it.